We sponsored by Hennessy.
Get the money.
This is sponsored by Hennessy. Okay.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying?
And Bullet.
And Bullet.
And Bullet.
Long Branch.
Long Branch.
You know, would you after you feel like, after you realize that I was serious, like what was one of your first thoughts? Like, man, this dude, like,
He about to go there.
Bro, what'd you think, bro?
Yeah, I mean, it was, yeah, I just want to shout out Bullet one more time. But,
He said, I just want to shout out Bullet.
but yeah, I thought, well, some of it was selfish reasons. I've been trying to go to Ghana for a long time right now, and I know, like, so many black people here in the U.S. have been taking those trips to Ghana. My uncle, he made trips out there to Ghana. He got relationships there, and then especially since that year, 2019.
Shop. Can you turn
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, it got louder back then. When you were talking, it was fine, man. But yeah, so since the whole 1619 project, and then for Ghana, 2019 was the big what are they calling it? Migration.
The year of return. Because it was supposedly our 400 years.
Yeah, 400 years, year to return, 2019. I knew a lot of people that took that trip there for 2019, and when they went there was so many other American black people that were visiting at the same time. So, one, that was more than just an event. That was their way of welcoming black Americans back to the country. So, like, just from that, I thought, like, one, we're welcome there. You know, they want us to return, and I just know people that have been talking about a lot of good business opportunities. One, and then also the language. You don't have to deal with the language barriers. So there was a lot of positive things when it comes to Ghana. And Ghana's the top 5 growing economies in the world.
Yeah, in the world.
Like the top 5 growing economies in the world are all in Africa, and Ghana's one of them. So, opportunity for the future. I said, that's dope. I'm glad you were talking about decided to go, because I think about going as well. So you going is like me going. So yeah. So it's selfish.
Do you think that that's like for the diaspora? You know, do you think that's something, you know, important for us to start kind of thinking about? You know, simply because you know how America is just. It ain't never treated us well, but now it's just kind of, it's ridiculous. We getting shot down in the street by us. We getting shot down in the street by the police. We get shot down in the street by regular people. Like, do you think that, you know, with you, the type of individual that frequents there, do you think it's important that more of us start to frequent the continent?
Yeah. I think it's important just to explore places outside the United States. With the Cape Verde Islands, yeah, it's island. It's not on the continent. It is African country, but it's not on the continent. So, you know, I had the opportunity to go to Mozambique, go to South Africa. I haven't had the opportunity to go to West Africa, but I think that's, on the continent of West Africa. So, on the mainland is what I should say. And I think, yeah, we have to look at all the opportunities. Because even like when you look at like here in the U.S., we think of like D.C., you have certain areas that have grown and developed, and then you have the other areas that we're looking to grow and develop now within D.C. And I think that's the same as the globe right now. Africa is the place that's going to grow the most over the next 50 to 100 years. Like, that's going to be the place that's going to grow the most.
Why?
So, why is it going to grow the most? I can't say for sure. One is the youngest.
That's huge. Yo, did you know that like the median age in Africa is like 20? Like everybody's young in the whole freaking.
Yeah. So that's an
So do you,
advantage, right?
you think that's a big factor?
The one question I have though is that when you pose that question, is that they say that is it best to change the system from outside or within, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we talking all the problems that we have in America. Should we just leave because we don't like it, or should we just? That's those of us who are, obviously, we're doing better. We're considered. I don't know, like how WB boys, the Towns to 10. You know what I'm saying? We're part of that. I feel. Should we all leave? Nah, I feel like part of it is like, you know what? All the ills that this country has, yes, have we made strides since, the 60s and 50s? Yes, you know what I'm saying? And so the things that we've had to endure, we're still grinding to get over 400 plus years of being oppressed, right? I don't feel the solution is to leave. You know what I'm saying? I feel like what we're doing right now, we're setting up our families, generations, to do better than we have,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
I think that part that you just said answers the question.
Mm-hmm.
You just said that, we when you was like, we're doing better now, and I don't think we're doing better now.
We are. We have to.
You know what I'm saying?
We are.
I don't believe so.
That's a fact.
When I look at the brothers and sisters in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, I think they were way better off than where we are right now. Yeah, we're more like, I don't know, westernized. But look at our family structure. Look at our families. It's effed up right now. Versus the 60s, the 50s, the 70s. We were strong. We had strong black families with male-dominated households, male-led households. You know what I'm saying? And we had strong family roots at that point. If you look at us now, all you gotta do is go outside. What I saw outside today shows me that we are not doing better now. We're regressing. We're not progressing.
I don't know. I feel like it's perspective, because I don't know. I can't speak for being in, but my family structure is strong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
See what I mean? Y'all talking about two different things. Yeah. You're talking about the macro level of Black America across the continent. But he talking about, like, if you want to talk about the 50s or 40s, when we talking about our grandparents, yes, I'm doing way better than my grandparents are doing. And he's doing way better than his grandparents.
Well, when you say way better, does that mean money?
Yeah.
Well, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about family.
Yeah.
But family too, though.
You doing?
No, it's a healthy family.
Black
healthy
people?
family. No. You talking about healthy household, healthy family. Healthy family, yeah. Like,
because you know what happened?
My family. We talking about individual level, not macro level.
No. When I'm talking about the impact of slavery and Jim Crow and all Reconstruction and everything that we've been through, what is the way to overcome it, right? I feel like things that were taken from us was the fact that we were denied the opportunity of economic empowerment, right? And so that part was stripped from us. We couldn't do it. We couldn't write, we couldn't own, we couldn't, start businesses. The businesses we started, they took from us, they stripped from us. So now, what's happening now is that, all right, since the 70s and 80s, this and that, now finally, government-wise, law-wise, we're supposed to be treated equal, right? Supposedly be treated equal, right? And so you look at the people you have around you. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that you see around you is establishing roots, establishing home ownership, whether it's business, economics, this and that, whatever the case may be. B just told you, you know what I'm saying? Like, dog's on the spellman, this and that, anything. We're building, you know what I'm saying?
So is it going to take another 400 years?
Yo, I mean, we're behind 400 years. We had to deal with that for 400 years.
Is it going to take another
So
400?
I don't know.
But
if it does, okay.
What? No.
Yes.
What I'm saying,
you can't just flip the switch.
Shoot. The Asians are flipping the switch.
Asians are flipping the switch.
They getting stuff done.
Who?
The LGBTQ, they flipping the switch and getting stuff done. All of these other groups are flipping the switch and getting stuff done. They don't have to wait 400 years.
But it's not race.
It's groups.
But none of them groups have been targeted the way that black people have.
Different experience.
It's a different experience.
Which is why I believe that I'm sold out on the fact that this ain't it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do another 400 years here.
But we talking about the same dilemma that
I feel like this is it. This is done. Like cause it's that whole thing of
Here's the thing though, right? So the continent of Africa, all the countries of Africa, where's the switch for them?
What kind of switch?
Why they flip the switch?
We are the switch.
What?
Yeah. Oh my God. He liked that. He was like, damn, that was hot. That was hot.
Whether said anything or not. Whether said anything or not. That sounds good. What does that mean?
What does that mean?
It sounds provocative. It sounds provocative.
So let me tell you.
I don't understand. It sounds provocative.
No, but when I say that, when I say we are the switch, is they might not have concrete over there. They got dirt roads. They have it, the electricity might go out every 5 days. The Wi-Fi ain't the best. All that kind of stuff. But, like I was saying earlier today, everything that we learned over here from the white man, let's be honest, everything we learned from the white man or being in corporate America, I'll say that.
Or things that the white man learned from us.
That's what I was about to say. Hold on. Let me.
And they try to repackage it.
That's Western knowledge.
Yeah.
Let me switch that up. But we right here. This is at least almost 40 years of corporate America right here. You know what I'm saying? And we've learned a lot in corporate America, right? Now, imagine taking that over to the continent, you know what I'm saying, where they don't have that kind of infrastructure that we're used to. Imagine bringing that over and really just, like I said, being that light switch, joining back up. You know what I mean? Bro, we could really be on to something. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like this is not it no more, because every time I look at YouTube, every time I turn on the damn TV or whatever to talk to anybody, it's just always us getting shot the freak down by us or them in the middle of the damn street, and I'm done. I can't do it no more.
The one thing is that you talk about what we have to endure here in our country for 400 years. What do you think the continent of Africa had to deal for?
Yeah.
The enslavement of us being taken from there. That doesn't get, you know what I mean? Like,
and they sold their labor too.
Yes. I mean, they were part of it too. You know what I mean? It wasn't just all white, but I'm just feel like, you know what?
They had them mining.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
They're mining.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like black people in the globe have been taking the brunt.
Yeah.
Been exploited for centuries. And so, unlike what we were talking about earlier, the world stage doesn't want Africa to get powerful.
No.
They will do everything in their power to keep them destabilized, keep them corrupt, keep exploiting them, this and that. keeping the conflicts going and this and that, you know, and doing nothing about it.
Right.
They keep it like that because it's such a resource-rich continent. And they decided to, you know what? No, we're going to build up our forces like Russia or something like that. Oh my God.
Like Soviet Union, like
Soviet Union,
African
China,
Union.
this and that, the AU.
You see what's going on with the basketball.
All what happens over there, all that happens over there is turmoil, conflict, corruption, civil war, this and that. And you know
a lot of it.
that the United States, I
It's
feel
behind
it was
a
always
lot of it.
plays a role.
Easy.
Plays a role.
Not even just in the continent, but all over. You know what I'm saying? Especially Israel.
All over the Middle East. What's taking place in Palestine?
What's going on right now?
Is
That's backed by America. Like example, yes.
Prime
sure.
example.
Yeah.
Because the thing that pisses me off about that conflict is that, you know what, the United States would love to point out, because they have the UN resolutions, they have the permanent 6 or 8, you know, members, and so whenever there's a UN resolution that's condemning something, it needs to be unanimous. And so if there's one country that vetoes it, it's done. Right? And so they may condemn something against Syria, but Russia would oppose it. And they would like, Russia is against it,
China,
but they never talk about all the times that the United States is the lone dissenter talking about UN atrocities that by Israel, human rights atrocities that Israel is taking part in Gaza, and the United States is the only one that dissents.
They be the only one.
The United States is the only one that dissents, but they never talk about that. You know, and so I just feel like, you know what, it's such hypocrisy across the board. The United States has its hands in everything, and because I watch Snowfall. I know.
Yes. I know the facts.
I know the facts.
I know what the CIA did. I know about the Iran-Contra because, you know, because when I saw, I watched Snowfall too, so I know as well. But
they brought coke in here.
No, that was good. That was a good breakdown. But we don't rewind it back to Africa, right?
Yeah.
Like all the stuff that you're debating about, whether like, you know, W.E. Boys, Talented 10, like do we help what's going on here, or do we flee and abandon our brothers and sisters here in the United States? That's the same questions people had 250 years ago. You know, here in the United States. I mean, it was questions happening, you know, after, you know, the United States, the American Revolution happened, and then after the Civil War, the questions were really happening again. Like, are we free now? Do we flee, or do we make something here? And yeah, a lot of times, many times, people were going and colonizing. I mean, they were going to DR. They set up colonies in DR, Panama, Liberia, Sierra Leone. So people were going, had the, you know, Marcus Garvey go back to Africa movement. And it's just been a dilemma that we wrestled with ever since. It's like, you know, do you stay here in what you think is the wilderness, you know, or, you know, this all these crises that we have here in the United States, or do you make a new place for yourself, a free place for yourself somewhere else? You know, and that's been the argument for a long time.
It's the freedom for me.
It's been
the
same
freedom
argument
for
a
me.
long time.
For real, bro. Like I'm, you know, and a lot of us ain't.
This ain't a new argument.
It's not. But I guess it kind of just really depends on, you know, how done you are. You know, what's your level of...
No, responsibility. But what is your responsibility? I think Shah's siding on, like, hey, it's our responsibility to do something here. We can't leave. It's our responsibility to fix things here.
Whoa. That's how you feel?
That's
No.
yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm
I'm
about
gonna
to
get
say.
words.
I'm
I'm
gonna
like,
say.
I'm gonna get it.
I know you don't feel
I'm
responsible
I don't know. I'm gonna say
to do something here.
No,
Why?
I'm not
There's
saying-
blood
I'm not
crying out
saying-
from the ground right
You
now.
just
I
talked
feel-
about, hey,
no,
if
no.
you have the talent,
No, no,
why
no,
abandon
no, no,
people
no.
and leave?
I feel like there is a certain sense of responsibility because of the fact that the people that came before us, they fought
they put
to
in work
improve
here.
the conditions for us to be here,
Right.
right? And so if somebody is working to improve something for you, and you're like, nah, I'm out.
Yeah, all them
You know what I'm
sacrifices for what? They were like, I could have left. If you're gonna leave, I could have left.
Yeah, we all
No,
maybe
like
should
I stayed. I stayed.
No,
I stayed for you.
But
And then you just gonna leave anyway?
I'm not gonna say.
After all these years of seeing, like, you know what, maybe I was wrong.
Get my head busted.
It's
and
like
y'all gonna leave?
it's like Martin Luther King,
Yeah.
right? It's like Martin Luther King because at the end of his whole before he died, he realized that you know what, this is all bullcrap.
But if I'm a martyr, why do I have to be a martyr if y'all gonna leave anyway? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I'm saying that's why I think that's why a lot of people do feel that sense of responsibility. I mean, I could even say I feel that sense of responsibility when it comes to Waterbury, Connecticut. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like
I used to feel that about Chicago.
Yeah,
but I do not anymore.
You know, doing no. All right, so I don't even have to belabor the point because you know what I'm talking about.
Feel like, I'm Chicago to the bone. I'm Chicago.
Go ahead.
Look at me. I'm Chicago to the freaking.
You sound like a
bone.
lunatic to me.
Never.
Show me your Air Force Ones.
Yeah, that's a Chicago thing.
Show me your ID.
That's
Show me your ID. I bet you don't say Chicago.
That's
I
definitely
bet
not
you
a
don't say Illinois.
That's definitely not a New York thing.
Talk that county grammar.
Air Force Ones
Talk
is
that
a
Camp
Chicago
grammar.
thing, not a New York thing.
It's a New York thing.
And it's definitely not a
We
St.
put it on
Louis
the
thing. They
map.
don't
We
even
put it
do
on
that.
the map.
But please believe, I'm Chicago to the bone. And, like my homegirl, Jamila, you know what I'm saying? She owns a non-for-profit called Ladies of Virtue that, caters to young women. And they...
He's just dropping a couple of things right now.
Is he cute?
I don't know. I'm not going to speak on that. I never.